Welcome to Dad English. Today we are going deep into the most practical, fun, emotional, and absolutely essential English conversation, your weekend.
That's right. If you stick with us, you will master every phrase, every feeling, and every crazy scenario needed to talk about your days off. Get your notebooks ready because this is the ultimate weekend survival guide.
Let's start slow. The transition from stressed employee to sluggish human. That 5 p.m. moment when your brain just melts. I call the drive home my decompression chamber. I need that silent time to switch off the work stress.
I am more aggressive. My ritual is the digital detox dash. I mute every work channel and literally launch my work device into a work-free zone cupboard. The feeling is instant. Intense relief and satisfaction. We say, I'm disconnecting completely.
That moment of weekend amnesia is real. I try to open my front door with my office key card, feeling totally confused and frustrated. I stand there and think, my brain is completely fried. I need to reboot.
Antony, the best feeling on Friday night is changing into my comfy clothes, the ones that are threadbare, soft, and have a beautiful history of stains. That is the true start of unwinding.
Absolutely. We say, I am done for the day. Or a better phrase, I'm putting my feet up. It means relaxing after working hard. That feeling of calm is sacred.
Mini real interesting story, the broken detox.
Speaking of the digital detox dash, I have a mini story about the one time it failed spectacularly. It was Saturday morning, I was wearing my comfy clothes, feeling profoundly relieved, and about to make pancakes. My partner walked in and said, "Did you see that urgent text from the office?" I instantly felt panic and a sharp spike of guilt. I had switched off my personal phone notifications too aggressively. It was a massive, time-sensitive issue that needed a 2-minute fix, but because I was so completely disconnected, I spent 30 minutes feeling confused about the login and 5 minutes feeling utterly frustrated by the slow loading time, turning a tiny fix into a lengthy moment of stress. When it was finally solved, the relief was enormous, but the damage was done. The weekend's calm was shattered. That story perfectly illustrates the emotional fragility of the weekend.
Wow, that feeling of panic when your detox fails is universal. That's the real cost of weekend amnesia.
So we move to Saturday, the day of maximum plans. My Saturday starts with the choice between 3 essential activities. First, the social Saturday. The feeling is excitement. We spend the day catching up with friends, maybe getting together for a barbecue or hosting a dinner party. If it goes well, the phrase is, "We had a whale of a time."
Then there's the necessary evil, the errand Saturday. The feeling is pure annoyance and frustration. We're forced into running errands, doing chores, and tackling the to-do list. The phrase that defines that is, the Saturday struggle is real.
And sometimes those overlap. That's the crazy part. The futile social errand deep dive. You try to combine running errands with catching up with a friend. It always fails. You spend 2 hours in a crowded store, equally annoyed and confused, and you come home with nothing.
Antony, I once spent 45 minutes walking through an antiques fair with a friend, both of us feeling profoundly drained and awkward because neither of us actually wanted to be there. We should have just said, let's play it by ear, and grabbed a coffee.
State 3, the active Saturday. The feeling is satisfaction and pride. This involves hitting the trails, getting a workout in, or tackling the yard work. If you succeed, you boast, "I got a good workout in." Or, if you're feeling especially moral, "I feel really virtuous."
Now for the maximum drama. We need a full, extended, crazy scene that only happens on the weekend. Let's combine all the bad feelings: shock, panic, shame, frustration, and annoyance. Saturday afternoon. Antony is attempting a complicated DIY project, building a simple shelf, and is in his comfy clothes and feeling stressed by the instructions.
I am annoyed. I feel confused by these instructions. I've been working on this shelf for 2 hours, and it looks like abstract art. I'm hitting peak frustration.
Antony, the instructions say to use screw A, not screw B. You need to de-escalate that anger.
It's too late. I feel like I've wasted the entire morning. I'm gonna throw this whole thing out.
At this precise moment of peak anger and mess, the next-door neighbor, Mr. Johnson, who is always perfectly dressed, walks by the open window.
Oh no, Mr. Johnson is here. I was caught completely off guard. Look at the mess. Look at my messy hair. Look at this failure of a shelf. I feel intense shame and panic.
Use your English. Apologize for the chaos. Just tackling a few stubborn projects this weekend. We were having a high-intensity errand Saturday.
That was a true moment of weekend crisis. The feeling was instant shock, followed by deep relief when he left. That's the weekend emotional roller coaster.
That entire scene, from the initial annoyance to the final shame, is a masterclass in emotional weekend English. Now, we move to Sunday, the official lazy mode day. We are glued to the sofa for a sleep marathon or a massive binge-watching session.
But around 4 p.m., the Sunday Scaries begin. The feeling is deep apprehension, the fear of the inevitable work week. This is the emotional sinkhole.
We often feel resentful on Sunday. Resentful means feeling bitter or annoyed at being unfairly treated. You resent the fact that you have to go back to work.
Recovery Strategy 1. The anchor. The only way to fight apprehension is with an emotional anchor. Mine is comfort food therapy. The simple act of cooking brings a feeling of control and calm.
Recovery Strategy 2. The small win. I plan my Monday outfit and pack my bag on Sunday night. This gives me a small win, a feeling of preparedness that counteracts the overall dread. It makes Monday less stressful.
Let's practice expressing the dread. I'm dreading the 6 a.m. alarm tomorrow. I feel so apprehensive. I really resent having to go back to that meeting on Tuesday.
Final, incredibly long dialogue. This conversation is paced slowly to maximize listening time and detail.
Hey, Grace, you look particularly wiped out. You must have had a high-intensity weekend. What were you up to?
Antony, it was an emotional journey. I was so relieved to be clocking out on Friday, but my Saturday was a disaster. It started with a futile social errand, which left me intensely frustrated by noon.
The futile social errand. The worst way to start. Did you manage to recover, or did you hit a nap attack?
I hit the nap attack hard. I had a sleep marathon, and when I woke up, I felt massive guilt that I had lost the entire afternoon. My internal critic was loud.
Oof, the guilt is the worst part. I spent my Saturday in a moment of sheer panic. I attempted a simple DIY project, and when I was failing, feeling completely annoyed and confused, Mr. Johnson walked by. I felt intense shame.
The unplanned guest apocalypse during your moment of DIY anger? That is a true weekend crisis. I hope you managed to use your English to apologize for the chaos.
I managed to apologize for the high-intensity errand Saturday, but Sunday was a struggle to recover. I was fighting the Sunday Scaries, feeling deeply apprehensive about this week's meetings.
Wait, I haven't told you the weirdest thing that happened. This is a level of confusion I've never experienced.
Go on. After the DIY disaster and the unplanned apocalypse, what could possibly top that?
Sunday morning, I was still half asleep. I walked into the kitchen, picked up a mug to make coffee, and I completely panicked. I held the mug and felt intensely confused because I couldn't remember if it was Saturday or Sunday.
What? You had a temporal weekend identity crisis over a mug?
Yes, my brain was so drained from the lack of routine that it lost track of time. I stared at the calendar for 5 minutes, feeling frustrated that I couldn't trust my own memory. I thought, Did I sleep through Saturday? Am I late for work? The mug was a trigger for complete disorientation. I had to text my partner for validation.
That is the ultimate evidence of weekend amnesia and overwhelmed mental fatigue. That level of confusion is fantastic. That must be the most exhausting feeling, losing your place in time.
It was. But once I confirmed it was Sunday, I felt such intense relief, so I immediately went into comfort food therapy mode to anchor myself back in reality.
Me too. I felt resentful that the weekend was over. To manage the dread, I spent 2 hours doing comfort food therapy and packing my bag, a small win to regain control.
Antony, I have to tell you the final bizarre thing that happened Sunday night. I was trying to make my comfort food, but I had a moment of total disorientation that was only funny in hindsight.
Oh, please tell me, did you try to put the milk in the cupboard again?
Worse, I was standing in front of the open refrigerator, staring into the bright light, feeling totally drained and trying to figure out what to cook. My husband walked in and said, "What are you doing? You look like you're auditioning for a movie role."
Auditioning for the refrigerator light. Why?
Because I was standing there, dramatically frozen, bathed in the light, completely unable to make a decision. I realized I was so fatigued that I had entered fridge stare mode. I said, "I'm sorry, I'm just in fridge stare mode. I'm too confused and hungry to choose a vegetable."
Fridge stare mode. That perfectly describes that vacant, hangry look when your brain gives up on meal planning. That is going straight into the Dad English dictionary.
That small win is everything. We survived the weekend emotional roller coaster, and now we have plenty of English conversation to show for it.
Thank you for sticking with us. You now have the vocabulary to discuss every moment, from the Friday relief to the Sunday dread.
Don't forget to put on your comfy clothes, give this video a gentle tap, and subscribe to the Dad English channel. We appreciate your dedication.
We'll see you next time. Bye.